some of my age-appropriate friends, that's sort of a euphemism for old friends, will recognize this guy, Frank Zappa. And I saw a quote from him the other day that I thought was pretty deep, pretty typical of Frank Zappa's thought process. And the quote is, "Without deviations from the norm, progress is not possible." Let that sink in for a second. Without deviations from the norm, progress is not possible. And we can apply that to everything we do in life, right? From science to how we clean our house, right? Everything, and certainly in how we do our jobs as professional entertainers and in our performance. What we tend to do, there's a saying I've used many times. DJs will often say, "I've done 1,000 weddings," and what they really mean is, "I've done one wedding 1,000 times." You're doing the same thing now you were doing years and years ago. And I had a DJ who worked for me, a terrific guy. We're still friends to this day. He worked for me in the early 90s, and he was phenomenal. But as our company progressed, he kind of didn't progress very well. He progressed, just not as much as the rest of us. And when we finally parted ways, it was very mutual. But I remember on the exit interview, he said something to me that really stuck with me. He said, I don't know what to say. Like 3 or 4 years ago, what I was doing, you loved, and now it's not good enough. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly the point. Like, we've evolved, right? Progress has occurred. We deviated from the norm. The norm is DJs going out there and saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to have everybody please take their seats. If you would, please take your seats." Yes, we're going to take your seats right now, and we're going to get started in just a few minutes. And then, you do introductions, and it's like, "Come on, make some noise. That's all you got? I can't hear you. Come on," I said, "make some noise," right? That's the norm. And that's what we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that's what people don't want. And so it's time to make some progress. So deviate from your norm, whatever that is. If it's fitness, if you just do the same exercises every single day, you're not going to progress. You get great biceps if that's what you're working on, right? But you're going to have skinny little legs, right? So deviate from your norm and deviate from the norm. And, Frank Zappa, listen to some of his music. He's kind of cool.